to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Amir for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're at Human in Chelsea. Obviously done multiple interviews with you at Human, done with you, one with your promoter Frank Warren as well. It's like a base for IFL interviews now, Human.
Home away from home, Umar. Home, and anyone watching this interview, if you're wondering what we're doing here, come down and see for yourselves.
Absolutely. Dressed for the occasion, Hamzah, for the interview. I know you've got dinner tonight. You got an awards dinner or something?
Yeah, some awards dinner at the Lancaster Hotel. So after this, I'll be making my ways there.
Well, listen, Hamzah, can tell the viewers that you reached out for this. You wanted to do this interview. I know we did one a couple of weeks ago, addressing some comments Amir Khan made a few weeks back. He's done an interview in Abu Dhabi with Coogan last week, where he didn't name you, but it was quite obvious he was talking about you.
Only one lanky fella from London, isn't there? who happens to be in the headlines alongside him in all this beef. So yeah.
Fighters out there who talk shit about me. You know what I'm saying? There's that one clown from London. I mean, why talk shit about me when I've been there, done it all, and you guys have not even done a quarter of what I've done? So I don't want to mention his name, the lanky one. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want you to mention it either, because clowns like that don't need their name mentioned. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're referring to.
Why did you want to respond, which we're doing right now?
So basically, obviously, I done an interview with yourselves and a few media channels. 2 weeks ago was it? And I was very respectful in my approach in how I mentioned his name and everything like that. But obviously, he's a bit thick when it comes to all things like this, isn't he? And yeah, I just want to put out there that obviously he's still been disrespectful in his last interview that he's done. Obviously, nothing's registered in what I said before in terms of wanting to sort things out and shake hands and whatnot. So at the end of the day, I think he's got some issue with this whole me respecting him thing. And do you know what it is? I was saying 2 weeks ago that it wasn't so much an issue between me and him, but now it is, because listen, there's only a certain amount of times you can get disrespected as a man. Do you know what I mean? Before you retaliate. So he's still talking shit, and I think him, for as long as I've seen this whole malarkey that's going on, he's just been talking nothing but shit, to be honest with you. And the only way he can really I'm going to give him respect is in the ring. If I end up fighting him, and like he said in one of his interviews, what did he say with one of the other channels, that he's still got it, he still thinks he's about it, this, that, the other. If that's the case, let's have it. Let's go in the ring. Let's fight like men. And yeah, like, he's been talking all this shit like for however long, and the only way he's getting my respect is in that aspect, man.
Okay, why has it got to this point? I know you addressed why perhaps he was making comments about yourself, and it's to do with your manager, who's his uncle Taz, and he was taking it out on you. That's what you said. But after that, I thought it might have just been left, and this would have been something of the past, and you guys wouldn't mention each other's names. Why do you think he's carrying on talking about you, Hamzah?
Do you know what it is? The thing is, I have no clue, Mark. I have no clue. Because look, in his interview with Coogan, there was no questions asked. There was nothing asked about me. I think the whole interview, Coogan wouldn't have asked, because really and truly, we all thought the matter was like dying down now. And then he's brought it up himself. He's gone from talking about Harry Kane and penalties to talking about me disrespecting whatever he was saying. So you can definitely see that I'm in his head rent free, like I am. It's the matter of it is I am, and I think it's not an obsession, but he's definitely got some sort of issue towards me, and the issue is personal now. It is personal now. Like when I said 2 weeks ago before it wasn't, it is definitely now, because he's still going down the same avenue, still going. He ain't changed. Nothing's registering. So at the end of the day, if like I said, I keep saying it, if he wants respect, let's get it on. Let's get in the ring, and you can try on your respect. Do you know what I mean?
Have you spoke to your promotional team in Frank Warren about actually getting that fight on in the ring with Amir Khan?
Yeah, I saw one of Andy's comments on Facebook. He was saying what he said was spot on. He goes, if you've got an issue, just dust off the gloves. And obviously I thought nothing of it at the time, but it's coming to light now, that comment. And do you know what I mean? He wants to be his whole career has been Amir, the King Khan, and this, that, the other. But listen, the only thing that in my eyes he's been recently is a bloody Skype king. Do you know what I mean? He's king of Skype.
Do you think he's doing this to actually try and get in the ring with you? Because from my point of view, Amir's obviously accomplished a lot in his career, made truckloads of money, retired happily after that Kell Brook fight. So what's in it for Amir Khan to fight you? Because obviously you're still developing in your career. Yeah. He's a retired fighter. Yep. So what's in it for Amir Khan, do you think?
Do you know what it is? We got what he's done in the ring and everything. I'm stepping aside. I'm not even looking at that now. I'm looking at this as a respect thing. As he keeps mentioning me. There's no need for it. He keeps mentioning me. In terms of actual boxing, what's in it for him? Nothing really. Nothing much really. He can happily carry on his whole whatever he's doing now, bumming around and doing what he's doing, and it won't make a difference to him really and truly. But if you're going to keep mentioning my name and keep disrespecting me, get in the ring with me, try earn my respect at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? So that's my take on that bit, man.
The offer would have to be quite hefty, I'm guessing. But your promotional team, I'm sure they're willing to pay the money for that, because that would be a big fight, you and Amir Khan. Yeah,
no, 100%. If you was to ask the public, if you was to ask them, I'm sure the vast, like, it would be a unanimous decision in terms of everyone would want to watch it. But if people are watching this interview and trying to think, oh, he's only trying to get a payday, listen, it's not about payday. Like, it's not even about that. If anything, I'd donate my purse to charity if that was the case. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I think I will get genuine satisfaction as getting in the ring with him and punching him in his face.
Okay. What weight? I know this is probably far away from realistic terms, because I'm sure there hasn't been much contact with his team about this fight happening or whatever. But say it does take place, you're campaigning at 160 at middleweight. He had his last fight, I think it was at 149 with Kell Brook. Yeah. So what weight would it be, and how low would you be willing to come down?
I think the way he's going now, do you know what I mean, bumming around, doing what he's doing, I think he'll probably be happy to come up to 160 or make a catch at 157 or whatever it may be. But I'll be willing to go down to 157, to be fair, to fight him. But this whole situation, Umar. Obviously, I think I've been getting a lot of people asking me, like, was you surprised him mentioning me, this, that, the other, like when it come out originally first? And I look back at it now, right? And obviously I've had time to think about things. At the time I was a bit surprised, but I shouldn't really be surprised. Like, at the end of the day, he left his own mother and father out to dry on interview on live TV and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? So in that time of thing, who am I? Do you know what I mean? Who am I? And obviously he's listen, and people will be commenting on this, obviously, on everything, saying, listen, he's a role model for the Asians, and he's a role model to open doors. Listen, the truth is, he's opened no doors for me. Literally, he's opened nothing for me. And if we're going down the whole role model type of guy, he's never been my role model. He's never been my role model. I'm not someone who looks up to people who cheat on their misses and who just get pissed every night, this, that, the other. It's not what I do, and it's not what I stand for. Do you know what I mean? So listen, at the end of the day, I'd love to get in the ring and sort out our differences, the differences we've got now.
How would that end if you did get in the ring?
Do you know what Umar, I think you know how that will end. You know how that will end. Also, respectfully speaking, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say I'll do this to him, I'll do that to him. But I'm telling you, if I got in the ring with him, I would take great satisfaction of lamping him in the face.
Okay, well listen, is there anything else you'd like to get off your chest and add about this situation?
No, that's it really. I just didn't want to be too respectful on the matter and just sit here and almost get disrespected. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's only a certain amount of disrespect someone can take before you got to retaliate. And I want him to know that I wouldn't have done this interview if he didn't block me, or if he ain't blocked me all on his WhatsApp, on his Instagram, Twitter, and all that. Do you know what I mean? It just shows the type of caliber of man he is. And
when did he block you?
I think when all this happened, really, because after all that interview, I tried to reach out to him and whatnot. Obviously, you can do it via people and whatnot, but I want him to know that it's real when it's coming from me. Okay, Hamzah Sheeraz, thank you very much for a bit of your time here at Human. Enjoy your break over Christmas, and then hopefully catch up with you early in the new year, and maybe the next fight for you is yourself and Amir Khan. Who knows? Hopefully, man. Hopefully, I've listened. Like he's talking all shit. Let's make it happen,
Have
man.
you spoken to Frank about this yet or not? I know he's actually in hospital, or has been recently.
No, I'm seeing Frank. I think next week actually, Frank and Andy. So I'm sure they won't say no. Do you know what I mean? As soon as that was to ever, or if it was to ever get announced, definitely be a sellout.
Hamzah, thank you for your time, and as I said, let's hopefully speak early next year. All right.
Cheers, Uma. Thank you.
I'm gonna share something with you that might put me in a very negative light. Yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.